Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would.
Okay. Hi, Arlisha. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Oh, girl. Hello, everyone. Hi. Did you all miss me? Did you all miss me? Did you all miss me? Okay. Hello, everyone. And to all. Hello. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I missed y'all. I miss you. I miss you. I really want to kiss you, but I can't. Okay? I wish I could because I would. Okay? I would totally kiss you all. I absolutely would. I love you. Hi, everyone. Hi. Almond Joy, Stony, Baby Shay, Arian, Dorothy, Carmen. Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? So you know I came to be messy. You know, oh well. Oh well, it just is what it is. Hi, Enough the Goddess. Hi, Boo. Hi, is it Inquisitive? CJ the Cat, Green Eyes, DPMO. Hello. Hi, Ro. Hi, Boo. Hi, Boo. Hi, Gemini. Caitlin and Brick and Deidre and Tatiana. Hello, all of you. Okay. I understand y'all missed me because I missed y'all. I absolutely did. Told y'all all week we will be live. So we will be live all week over here. Okay. We'll be live tomorrow morning. As we usually do, hanger. We will be live in the mornings like we normally do. You never know, you make it live in the evening. You're definitely gonna be getting some coffees all week. So shout out to coffee. I love you all. Okay. Kids got out of school last week. Why? So the kids are home for the summer. Okay. So last week I spent a lot of time with my kiddos. Okay. I had to. They're home, you know. They need things to do. So we're those things. The parents are those things, okay? So it was nice to relax, you know, get used to them being home, you know, like all day. They are much older now. So it is a little weird, you know? So weird. Because they're older, like they're working and, you know, two of them have driver's license now, you know, so it's weird, you know, because normally we're looking for like activities like volleyball camp and basketball camp, you know, stuff like that, stuff for them to do, you know, so they're not feeling stuck and cramped up in the house all summer. Because, you know, we do our thing, we go to lakes, barbecue, amusement parks. We always do an end of the summer trip. So before they go back to school, we always take them somewhere really fun. Just as a family, just myself, their mother, and just the kids. We just go by ourselves so they can have our undivided attention. So we always do that. But, you know, it's different. You know, when everybody is, you know, doing their own thing. You know, my youngest one, he hanging out with all his friends and whatnot. So it's like, yeah. And then my daughters are just in their own little worlds. You know, my oldest son, he works full time. So he's going to be working either way. So I don't know, it's just so different. I kind of miss when they were little. So that's what I've been up to. Okay. I was dropping some videos. Shout out to all of y'all for all your unwavering support of me jumping in different sectors, because, you know, we like to jump in different sectors, talk about different topics. And I usually introduce topics that we're going to be talking about live via like survivings or just random videos that we drop. And shout out to y'all. The video that we dropped last night is only with 20,000 views. Wow. Thanks. You know, I didn't expect that at all. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm in the know. I do see what's going on. But when you unplug, you really have to unplug. You know? So yeah, when you unplug, well, I don't know about you, but when I unplug from YouTube, you know, I pull the cord out. It's like I don't even exist. It's like where the is Sean? But you know the weird part about when I do like go do my thing and like go chill with my kids, you know, so my name is always being said. See why you gotta love your haters too? Because they keep you relevant, honey. Girl, they keep you relevant, honey. Ooh, a hater is something. Ooh, shout out to all you hating ass bitches. Oh my God, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody does it like Sean. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's it. whatever. But I mean, my name is just always a buzz. I'm like, oh my God, we're so wonderful. We're so incredible. When we press up, we press up here. We absolutely do. So I love you all. I will be on Messy Monday tonight, okay? On the Lituation. Y'all make sure y'all come and check that out. I'm excited to go hang out with my friend. There's a new list. We're going to be doing a list tonight. Plus some other things. So definitely come on through. Come on through. I guarantee a great time. Literally. So I love you all. Welcome back to my Show to Shine Every Way show. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay, I would very so much appreciate that. Let's go. Armon Wiggins versus Cenat. Why not? What's too old? Interesting. Hi, friend. If you came back to go, my friend. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. I'm thinking my friend. Y'all go and subscribe to my friend. Chrisean Rock streams with Junior during Seizures and more. Absolutely. So we're going to get into all of that because we're messy. We're going to get into all of that. Hold on. Look, shout out to the person that just sent me a cash app. I love you so much. I'm going to get into that in just a second. Absolutely. OKP drops some crowds in the chat. We love OKP over her. We absolutely do. So, y'all. Now, I was over here drinking my water, minding my business. Okay? I was not over here bothering nobody. I promise. I promise. And then y'all slid across my desk. Y'all slid across my desk, girl. That Armon went to Streamer University. I said, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Why? Why? Shut up, da. I was like, Armon, why no? They pineapples. I'm like, but like, why though? I mean, I guess it's like happening. And people like go to it, but like, why? You know? And I know a lot of y'all thinking like, well, okay, well, Sean, well, why would you say that? Okay, because y'all know me and Armon, we don't have any beef. I don't have a problem with Armon, okay? If Armon has a problem with me, oh well. You know, oh well, because I don't know about it. So, I mean, hey. So, I mean, just is what it is. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no beef coming from here. You know, it is what it is. So I'm here, flip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk my shit. You know, very so much unbiased. Always been that. No exceptions. So yeah. So I'm wondering like why, right? But most of you are probably thinking like, oh, well, Sean, that's shady. It's not, because why? Again, it's called Streamer University. He's a blogger. At this point, who cares how old you are? You can be 100. You're a blogger. Yeah. So why is a blogger going to an event in a college for streamers? As far as I know, Armon is not a streamer. Right? So that's why I'm like, why? You know, not because he's not talented or anything. No, he is. He's all those things, you know. But you're a blogger. Okay. There are a lot of people that are YouTubers that are also streamers, right? if you look at Kai Cenat and his handle, if you type him in, it says YouTuber. So even Kai is a YouTuber. So I don't feel like Kai was throwing any shade about Armon being a YouTuber. He is. He's a YouTuber too. It's like him throwing somebody shade that's on Twitch. Don't you got one too? Hello? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's just like going down there to like meet people, you know, stuff like that. Because again, he's a blogger, you know. But again, whatever. So I hear that Armon goes down and, you know, shoots his shot at the show with Kai Cenat, and it didn't necessarily go the way that he thought that it would go. And again, I draw confusion. Again, because what other way would it have went? Okay. And I was also confused about why all the outrage about the whole age thing. I'm like, where is that coming from? I'm like, did somebody hear something different from what I heard? Because I'm like, I heard Kai, and from what I heard from him, it's not giving it. I would have been offended by other things Kai had said about Armon, not the age thing. Because he a 20-something, what, 23, 24? So, of course, somebody 35 and up, to them, they're going to look at us like older. You know, because we are. We are. Age is something more than a number. It very so much is. In that world, you know, number one, you know, the streaming world is completely different from the blogging and gossip world. You know, they're not the same thing. You know, they're like polar opposites, night and day, right? So, what is, I don't understand where this age thing is coming. That's like obvious, is what I would think. You know, Kai Cenat being 23, 24 years old, having a university for streamers, there's going to be a lot of younger people that come because that's his audience. Kai has a lot of young people following him, you know, like from 8 years old and up, you know, like that. He has a huge audience with like middle school, high school, college, you know, and then on and so forth. But like overall, he has the younger audience. Us as bloggers and being past a certain age, when you're blogging, you're going to talk about certain things. So we're going to pull in a certain demographic. So a blogger like me, my demographic is going to be like 30 and up, you know, a lot of times 40 and up, you know, and whatnot. That's my demographic. My demographic is not middle schoolers, high schoolers. Like my content doesn't target those type of people. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But Kai and the things that him, I Show Speed, and so many others, what they do, it attracts the generation of today. You know, the type of content that I attract is more so of like 80s and, you know, early 90s babies, you know, and then on and so forth. So, right? See what I'm saying? So in that world, it's kind of like the modeling world, you know, like somebody going to model and they're 35, 36 years old. 9 times out of 10, the other models in there are going to be like 16 to 24 years old. So you as a 30-something-year-old, you're going to be competing with the likes of those people. Okay? Unless it's a certain modeling gig. Now, if they're looking for a mama or something like that. I mean, because I love Armon down, but it's like if it was an acting role, they're not going to offer him to be the high school student. More like the uncle. The youngest is going to get is maybe like the big brother. But if they did another That's So Raven, why would you go audition to be Eddie? I'm thirsty. I don't understand. I'm confused. If they did another Karate Kid movie, I'm not about to go try out to for what? Unless I'm going to play like the dad. Then yeah, I'll go audition for that. So in that realm, that's why I said that should be obvious because Kai attracts younger people because he's young. So like the 16 and 17-year-olds and whatnot, 15, 14, they look at Kai as cool. We're not. I'm just saying, like, we're not cool. It don't matter how we dress. It don't matter how youthful we look. None of that matters. None of that matters because our age is going to show. Oh, it's going to show at some point, And I just don't feel like that's what Kai and the university is necessarily like looking for. But I really don't think it's like a negative. Like, it's fine. Like, you went, you auditioned, you did something that a lot of people have to come to do. There's a lot of people younger and older that would like to do the same thing. Would love to win an audition and got in front of Kai and, try to get into that STREM university. It is a very lucrative situation. So it's like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't get like the outrage about it because in my opinion, I don't think Kai was like evil. I don't think Kai was trying to like drag him. Like, I don't feel that way. Because I feel like he would have just did it. He didn't. I feel like he was being honest, is how I felt. Just real cutthroat, in the industry. So I mean, if anybody should know that, people like Armon and, others, they should know that like firsthand. But I just don't see why all this energy for Kai. Like, I'm just like, well, what did he do? I would rather somebody be honest with me too, instead of, kind of set me up for failure. But yeah, so let's get into it. Shout out to Armon Wiggins. Okay, let's pull this on up. Let's pull this on up. Can I make it bigger? Oh, I can. Great. Okay, pause.
I'm next.
You're next? All right, so hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna throw this mic on you. As soon as I close this door, as soon as it closes, you're gonna walk in.
Should I turn this off or leave this on?
You're good.
All right.
See me, you good in there? Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
Which way is it? Body facing so I know what it's.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. All right, let me hurry up. Let
me see what you got.
It's the handwriting that you might have to fight through.
What you live on right now? YouTube.
Yeah.
Let me see who in there. All right.
Oh, y'all seen Kai?
Set it up.
All right. Let's just go.
Why should you finish university? I'm not going.
I mean, you are like pointing the camera at him. Nah, y'all seen Kai? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. It's pointing like right at him. So you see him too, right? Because yeah. Okay. So Armon, he just got into the interview. It's looking good. So far so good. His energy up. Kai's energy is up. You know what I'm saying? And
How are you?
I'm 38.
God damn!
Now, Kai, you would have to do that. Kai, you did not have to do that. Got your nerve. Nah. Don't do that. All of that was not necessary. Because I'm like, God damn, what? Let's hear that again. No, I messed. Kai, you did not have to do that. Armon, you should have cussed him out right there.
As soon as I close this door, as soon as it closes, you're gonna walk in.
Should I turn this off or leave this on?
You're good.
All right.
See me, you good in there? Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
That jacket is fire, by the way.
Which way is it? Body facing so I know what it's.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up.
Let me see what you got.
It's the handwriting that you might have to fight through.
What you live on right now?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see who in there. All right.
Oh, y'all seen Kai?
Set it up.
All right. Let's just go.
Why should you finish university? I'm not going. Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn!
Yes, so I am older.
What are you applying to be?
I want to be a student.
That was
Okay.
nice.
Why should you be in Sheen University 2026?
Well, because I'm already a full-time content creator.
Right.
I've been doing it for 8 years. I'm on YouTube.
Amazing.
So I've done television, radio, and my mainly about commentary, podcasts, and court cases.
Okay.
But I want to get into the IRL streaming, and I love that you guys do that, and I want the community of it. So for me, working from home every day, doing this nonstop, it's a lot. It's draining. So I feel like, you know what? I need to get out there and build a community of creators so that we can build together.
Okay, so here's one thing that I'm confused by, Armon. If you're saying that it's too much streaming, like we're not streaming, sorry, blogging, like being on YouTube, like you said, like it's tiring. How are you going to stream? Because the average streamer streams about 3 hours alive, okay? Most of them go between 3 to 6 hours a day, okay? And now 24-hour streaming is becoming really popular. That's becoming really popular. So I was confused. I'm like, well, if you're saying that YouTube is a lot and, you know, the streaming that you do through YouTube, etc., if that's a lot on you, what are you going to do streaming? Like, how are you going to be a streamer? Like, because that takes a lot of time, you know, throughout a person's day. This is why most people try to turn it into a job. So I'm like, what? That probably threw Kai off as well, because that would have threw me off. Because I'm like, huh? I'm like, because streaming is way more, you know, strenuous than blogging. Blogging is easier, you know, way easier. Because, you know, once you're done, you're done. You go live hour and a half or so and, you know, call it a day, you know. But the people that are on Twitch and, you know, Kike, or is that, you know, whatnot, the ones that are over on there, they're live often. And those streams are long. They're very long. So your stamina got to be up. And this is another thing to where youth kind of does play a role, you know, because again, hell, in my big 30s, okay, you leave me on the phone too long. Don't say hold on, Sean, because you know my stamina like that ain't like what it used to be. You know, staying up 24 hours consecutively, and I don't know about all that. You know, like I look at here, I'm a little Chrisean. Don't get me wrong, I'm young and skinny. I'm young and skinny. Okay, but I'm yawning about 7:30 at night. I'm yawning cooking dinner at 5. So I'm just saying, because you know they be over there 72 hours live. They be over there 3 days straight up. You know. So if the YouTube thing is a lot, streaming way more.
Main primary platform YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. And
However, I'm thinking about getting on Kid because they did reach out to me for a partnership deal. I just like, well, maybe this can launch it.
Right. Well, are you aware that you haven't posted in the last month? The last time you posted was a month ago.
No. On YouTube, you gotta go to my lives.
I'm looking at your YouTube right now.
Armon Wiggins.
Okay. Yes. On Wiggins.
No, I post. No.
Okay. And your live is
Maybe like 7 days.
6 hours, 2 days ago, 9 days ago, 2.
Yeah, I'm alive.
What do you talk about on this podcast? Because
Okay, so I think one thing that Kai was checking right there was consistency, because streaming, you have to be really consistent, and live often. Okay, live often. Not here and there, not every 9 days, you know, no. Streaming often. Now, when you're a bigger one, like when you get up there, kind of like how Armon is on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube, he can just, you know what I'm saying, throw a video here and there. Yeah, not a big deal, you know. But looking at consistency, connecting it to streaming is that's not a good look. Like you seeing more consistent lives on YouTube, I think would make Kai kind of look at it differently. But to see that you do take, sporadic breaks in between, I feel like consistency is something that he's going to be looking for. That you are constantly going live, not 5-6 times a day, but definitely putting in work. Not that Armon's not putting in work, because again, he's on a different scale over here on YouTube than he would be twitching on Twitch. Being what do you call those Twitchers? The people that are on Twitch, like YouTubers, like I don't know. But yeah, Twitch is strenuous, and Kike too. Like it's I've seen a lot of those streams of it. I'll be watching Blueface at times, Playboy Max. I watch streamers. I Show Speed. I'll be watching, and they be live a long time. But like I Show Speed will be live for like 15, 16 hours, but he'll have 53,000 people live with him. And they've been there the whole time. That's huge. That's huge. And that's over here on YouTube. So imagine the other streaming services that I Show Speed and, so I get, Armon wanting to get into this bag, because this is a big bag, a huge bag can be gotten. So I get the hustle aspect of it, but I just think preparing wise, streaming would have been a better idea, meaning you're already on Kike, Twitch, whatever. You're already doing streams and whatnot, because then I feel like Kai would have had something to compare versus trying to compare a gossip blog to streaming. Okay, but let's keep listening.
Right now,
It's celebrity
it's a red flag.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
It's celebrity
You
news.
talk about some tea?
Yes.
What type of tea? Like nosy tea?
Yes. Female rap.
We don't want that.
No.
No. We don't want that here at the university.
Okay.
Gossiping is not good.
But that's why I want to change it.
I understand, no, but this is not the opportunity. If you really want to change that, you will morally change it within your soul.
Okay.
Show more Armon Wiggins. Do you submit an application online?
Yeah.
Make sure more of that.
Okay.
This is not long term. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You 38 gang.
Okay.
Stop talking about other people's lives, bro.
What about the working?
You 38.
But I have a show on
court
Tuesday. I have a talk show.
Okay. So with him saying stop talking about other people's lives, I don't feel like that's him telling him to stop blogging. I don't feel like that's what Kai was saying. I do feel like he was saying like streaming is about you and your personality and what you bring to the table. Rather you're playing video games, rather you're just, entertaining the people by having other streamers over and y'all streaming together. Gossiping, okay, is not what they're looking for. And I think that kind of went over Armon's head, because from what I got from it, and it's just my opinion, in the streaming university, you're going to be working with other people, right? If you are a gossip blogger, what do you think that people, that Kai and others think that Armon is going to do? Gossip. With who? The other streamers. So I feel like Kai is, based off of what Armon does for a living, is thinking that you're going to be a problem because you're a blogger that gossips. So you're just going to come in here gossiping. You're just going to come in here messy, starting shit, is what I feel like Kai was saying about him blogging, like gossiping, not, blogging. That's not a big deal. Blogging about other people and other people's information, right? So it's like, you're going to come in here and be messy. We're not looking for that. Okay. Gossip bloggers are messy. We are. We are. We're messy. We are. We are that. Okay. Now we may go in there and turn the volume up. We just may. We just may. Okay. So I think that is what Kai was referring to. I don't think he explained himself. Like, I don't think he was like, got like extremely specific because there were so many people waiting, you got people to get to. And I feel like based off what he had already saw, he was already feeling like no, like he was hearing a bunch of no's and seeing a bunch of no's. So his mind was kind of like already made up. But I think he wanted to hear more, just in case it was something else that he didn't know that could change his mind. And Armon was saying, I have a show. I talk about court cases, but the court cases and the show is still you talking about other people. It's not you. So what Kai is saying, the majority of streamers stream themselves, whether it's their own personal life they're adding in there, or whether they're streaming with other people, or whether they're gaming, or see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? There are bloggers and gossip bloggers that are streamers as well, right? But they're not extremely successful. The only one that really comes to mind that I can think of is DJ Academics. He does stream as well, and DJ Academics is messy. He is very messy. And that's why I feel that people like Playboy Max, Kai Cenat, all of them have surpassed DJ Academics because Kai Cenat and the other streamers, their focus isn't drama and mess, and stuff like that. That's not their focus. That's not what they're streaming about. So I don't feel that Kai wants to teach anybody like that because he wants to keep that type of energy away from the streamer. Hi, all about the tea. Love you, sweetie. Mwah. Y'all get up there and subscribe to my girl, All About the Tea. I love you, All About the Tea. Hi, girl. So I think that's what. Well, now he doesn't have a neck and tea. But I think that's what he was referring to. I don't think he was, But I mean, again, everybody's going to have their own, thought process and what they see. But that's what I'm hearing from Kai. Like, you're a gossip blogger. You're going to be working with other people, and you could be a problem. Because people like you, that like to whisper and, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can be a problem. You could be a problem. That's what I'm hearing.
I have a whole talk show on Tubi that's about body count.
I want to see Armon Wiggins.
Hey, that's what I'm here.
You talk about a whole bunch of other
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thanks for your
I
time.
like the jacket though.
I said, okay. Armon, now he getting on your nerves. Oh my god. And now he getting on your, is he getting on your nerves? Is he bothering you? I was like, okay. Like, you could tell he was moving the table. He said, he'd be like, yeah, okay. I knew how to see him on camera, but I know he was like, okay. I'm like, okay, he was grabbing his stuff. I'm like, okay. Like, whatever, nigga. You're showing that you're 38. You're supposed to be like, all right, bro. I feel you. You know what I'm saying, bro? I get it. You're supposed to keep it cool. That 1988, that 1987, that 1989 came right up, but he was like, okay. Armon was 19 up until that point. Okay? Up until that point, right there, you can tell him he won 22. Okay? Armon said, look at here, I got the body of a 22-year-old. I look like a 22-year-old. Let me up in this. Okay? It's very so much what it was getting. Okay? Armon said, okay. Like, ain't nobody about to beg. Like, trust him. So, so in that moment, it was giving immature. You think so? I do feel like he was like over it, at that point, but it's like, how can you be over it? Because it's like, why are you here? You knew how old you was when you showed up. Because I promise you, I wouldn't have said 38 when he asked me how old I was. How old are you, 24? Michael did it. He got to lie about his age. Nobody said nothing. It's not 24 and a half. Yeah, let me up in this thing. Let me up in this thing. Correct. 24. When was you born? 2002, something like that. 2004. I give every bit of born in 1,000. So yes, a 24 and a half, about to be in 3/4. Correct. That's how I'm a fresh 25. Immediately, I would have said that. What is the problem? That is ageism. That is ageism because they said it's not how old you are, it's how old you feel. Nah. Y'all be having y'all nerve. Y'all be having y'all nerve. Kyle, you don't remember me? We went to school together. No, you will not sit here and act like you don't know how old I am, and we was in Miss Henderson class together. You got your nerve. Like we didn't have a study hall together. You don't remember me? Got your nerve. We used to walk past each other all the time. We used to wear the blue hoodie, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you was musty. I remember you. Yes. Correct. Yes, we called you Musty Kai. I remember you. Correct. Still a little tart, I see. I remember you and your smell. I knew you was here because I smell musk out there in the hallway. You got your nerve. Trying to act like you don't know me. Don't get brand new because you cut your hair. So you cut your hair and what? Got your nerve. Yes, a fresh 25. I don't know where in the world I wouldn't have told the truth. Ain't no way. In front of this look. Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. How old are you? 17. And I was a preemie. Got your nerve. 38. Who 38? I ain't gonna be 38 till I get back to my car. Then all of a sudden, I'm 38. But until then, because see, I'm not 38 yet. Adjacent. Adjacent. And I'm a girl. But shout out to all of the 38-year-olds. See y'all soon. Just not right now. Okay. See y'all soon. Okay. Y'all keep it warm. Keep the seat warm. I appreciate y'all. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all. So yes, Pet Flip. How old am I? Yeah. I'm still I'm still young and skinny. I'm still young and skinny. Girl, I should have went, girl. Now I kind of regret it. Girl, I should have went, girl. But yes, because Kyle would have chosen me. I would have came in there and I look, Kyle, you little short. I ain't got all day. Let me up in here. You need to let me up in because I am wonderful, I'm amazing, I'm 10 times more entertaining than any little mother that's about to come up here and sit down. Now I heard Charlotte's up here and make a coin, and I'm about to make some. So put the camera on me, I'll turn flips, all that. Nah. You can put me in the shower with other streamers and stuff, that's fine. Y'all can roll me a string cheese and all that, go on right on in. Long as it's a check connected. Now sit your little badass down and tell me how to make a whole bunch of money. You don't even want to do this. But do you just take a break? Your anxiety. and all of that, and I'm a girl. I got excited, but you can buy it. You can purchase it from me. Because if the check big enough, I don't give a what's going on mentally. I'm in front of that camera. Nah. Now where the paperwork at so I can sign? Got your nerve. Because if you don't choose me, I'm doxing everybody. Everybody is getting doxed. Nah. You got your goddamn nerve. Now you can try to pick over me if you want to. Got your nerve. You know we only here for clout. You ain't cute. Gargamel. Now let me do this thing. Right now. Where the next stage at so I can go through it. Because I ain't going nowhere up the L. I'm up in this thing. I Ubered here. I don't have a way out of here. So you got to choose me. You're going to be all type of Pokemon and Digimon. I will leave here and go put in the title image, I want to be the very best. Got your nerve. Now look at here, Bulbasaur. Let me through this damn thing. I could be a chaperone. Y'all need people looking after people. Now I'm up in this. That's how I would have went up in there. Sure would have. Sure would have. I would have came in like, yeah, all y'all can leave. Go on home. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. He chose. He chose his me. Y'all can, yeah, go ahead, close this door, sir. Yeah, go ahead. Y'all turn the lights off out there, all that shit. Yeah, I don't know. What is you still out there for? Are you looking at me? Why I oughta? Then I would have just sat down. Now, Kai, since I'm the person you chose, ain't no damn interview for what? You know I'm what you looking for. Now I'm 16. I'm 16. Okay, I don't have a driver's license yet. Help me get my first car. Nah. You got your nerve. Kyle, let me up in this shit. Okay, we did that. You found what you're looking for. And that's just what that worked. So that's how I would have went up in it. Yes, I am 16. Okay? Don't worry about this little piece fuzz. I just got that the other day. Now look at here, Kyle. I am young and skinny. You got your damn nerve. Yeah, remember me. He remember me. He be having his nerve. How dare you? You remember tripping me in the elementary school? By the monkey ball? You remember that? Because I'll never forget it. I've been wanting to fight you ever since. Why do you think I'm mad? Yeah, I need that. Yeah, I need it because I'm really going to need that if you don't pick me. I'm really going to need that. I will dive over this fucking desk. Kyle, you probably don't realize, but you're in danger if you don't choose me. Okay? We're a little bit too close to each other for you to be saying no. You should have did this on the phone. You're too close to me to say no to me because I'll tell all this up in here. I will dive over this desk so fast we'll switch clothes. Okay? Now choose me or else. Nah. Choose me or else. You didn't even know you was gonna have to today. Because I'm gonna hit you right here. Play with it. You can choose one of these white people if you want to. You try to choose one of these white people if you want to. So it would have went up the down. Okay? Because sometimes you gotta force your way in the door. Sometimes you gotta take what you want. Okay? You're going there asking for what? Yeah. Okay? So shout out to Kai. Okay, but let's keep on listening. Go on, Armon. My mom said, okay.
No, I can show up for you.
Okay.
I'll fuck with it. Good day, guys. Oh, wait. Are we done? Yep. Thank you.
And you use an AI bill?
No. He chewed me up.
He did not chew you up. Do y'all feel like he chewed Armon up? I don't feel like he chewed him up. Well, I feel like, Armon, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Because I with you, right? So I'm going to be honest. I think what really happened is that you were embarrassed because I feel like, and I'm going to keep it real with you, no one records a rejection. I feel that you were recording because you wanted the moment of you being accepted. No one records a rejection. No one records that. I feel that you were confident in letting the world in on what you had going on with Kai there because you felt that you would make it. If I'm being honest. And since that didn't happen, I do feel that you felt a little embarrassed, when you left there. Because to say he chewed you up, I don't feel like he chewed you up. I really don't. I feel like he was honest. And then, I don't feel that the age thing was like the thing that made him say no, in my opinion. I think the gossiping, the blogging with talking about other people, because gossiping is still gossiping, because we can still talk about celebrities and not gossip, right? So it's a fusion, of the both of those things. And not showcasing who you are. The most Armon's YouTube shows of him is what he talks about. It doesn't show who he is, Now, I do think there's parts of him that come out so you could see, parts of him. But I still think that people are wondering, like, to this day, like, who he is as, like, a person. I feel like that's left out of his content. I feel like when he does content, he does solely focus, on, like, what he's talking about and add personality, inside of it. But getting to know him, not hearing past story, anybody can do a story time. We weren't there. So we don't know if the story is true or if the story is false. Like, we have no idea. But when you are streaming, people get to be a part of your life. That's why a lot of people follow streamers, because it's always something to watch. On YouTube, you got people running around from channel to channel, trying to find things to watch, because to a lot of people, YouTube is like their cable, right? They go around all day looking for YouTubers to listen to. And a lot of times they try to stay within the same sector, meaning people talking about a lot of the same topics or talking about each other. And with streaming, it's so much better because it's getting people through full work shifts, and all of that, because a lot of the times the streams are a lot longer. 6 hours to 12-hour streams. Now the 24-hour streams are getting really popular, why not? So they are literally entertaining people all day long, to where people have 24-hour access to these people and their lives, And with Armon and people like me, myself, all you get from us is like topics and a background. You're not really like in our life, with us. And when you are streaming, it's hard not to involve people in that, because when you're getting phone calls or visitors or whatnot, they're all coming during. You're not turning the live off, the stream off forward, so you're a person feels a different type of engagement, with streamers. And the more you're doing, the higher the audience. So you have people like I Show Speed that is now venturing out even into like sports and stuff like that, just so he can change up his vlogging and, well, not vlogging, streaming, and how he does it. And so, so I feel like that's what Kai was more so saying a no to, because there was really nothing to showcase you. We see that you talk about, your celebrities, and that you blog and that you gossip, as well. But who are you? Who are you? And Armon he's even had backup channels and stuff like that, to where he would do little vlogs and like take people along with him, to a lot of the things that he was doing at the time. And I don't even know if those videos and stuff are up anymore, because that would have been a good reference to show Kai. I'm like, oh no, check out my backup channel. I got these personal vlogs and stuff that I do, whatnot, to where I'm just bringing people in on what I got going on. Like he took people on his hair journey, other things that he was doing online as well. But from what I gather, I don't know if those videos are up anymore. So it's not giving streamer. That's not what Kai is getting. He's not getting a person that is showcasing their personality and their life. Talking about other people is not showcasing that. So it would be the same thing with me. Like Kai will say the same thing. Like okay, I see your channel, Sean. Like I see you talk, you even diverse. You talk about a lot of different things, whatnot. But like, who are you? Like I see that you got a popping personality. You got an audience. People follow you and whatnot. That's cool. But who are you? Okay, who are you? Because I don't showcase me. So I would completely understand. Him, even with me being in my 30s too, I don't think that would be the issue, because it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're entertaining and you can keep the attention of people and you can do it for a long time, like, and show longevity and consistency in that, then I really don't think that that's anything, And I also feel like Kai's looking for someone that is going to be able to bring in the younger crowd as well, because the younger crowd already watches him. So if he's gonna bring in somebody older, to do it, not old, but older than what they are, and whatnot, I think it has to be an easy like mesh. It's kind of like Adrian Broner. He's older, right? But he kind of fits into the streaming world. Now he can't necessarily stream alone. He definitely needs parties, of which, as you see, he does a lot of collaborations with other streamers and whatnot. But he's likable. He is funny, he's charismatic, and he does not mind showing his life. He does not mind showcasing those things. He doesn't mind bringing you in. And that's what streaming is all about. It's not just about what you are talking about, what you are doing, how you are doing it. Like that, people can pay attention to all of that. All of it. So who are you is what Kai was saying. I really don't feel like he was trying to say anything like ageism wise. I just wasn't getting that impression. I wasn't. Again, Kai's 24. So a lot of the people that are coming there, he's expecting younger because that's his audience. So to hear somebody come in, slightly older than what they are, because again, it's not like Armon's like old or anything like that. He's not. But I think that he was looking for someone that can fit with the crew, that he can, and putting other streamers with said person, would they mesh? And I don't think that he was saying anything that he felt like you would, and then hearing things like you gossip, and stuff like that. I don't think that helped. Like I don't think it helped. So if I was going to go to Streamer University, which is yearly, I would already have something already to showcase, to show Kai that I can do things beyond the blogging and gossiping and celebrity tea and stuff like that. Like I'm more, than that. But you have to show it. You just can't say it. Saying it isn't enough. When there's a lot of streamers that are outside waiting to audition that stream, that they have the proof, that that's who they are. It's not something that they're transitioned into. It's who they are. So that's what he wants. He wants streamers, not bloggers. And bloggers, like that's a nice skill to have, as well, for when, because sometimes streams do get boring, so that's a nice little skill to have, But hi, Tiff, I love you. It's a nice little skill to have, but I don't think that that's like the overall. I don't feel like blogging will get you through the door. Streaming will, is my opinion. And so I do think that Armon was a little let down, which who would it be? I mean, we're all human. We all have emotions, okay? We all feel away. Rejection isn't cool. It's not fun, but it's supposed to build character. And to me, if this was me, this would just make me want to strive harder if it's really what I wanted to do. You know, if I really wanted to be a strong, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna show. You know what, Kai? You know what, motherfucker? I'm gonna be the first 30-something-year-old to get inside of this university. That would have just pushed me. I'm gonna be the first 40-year-old to get into it. Like that would have just pushed me harder. You know, it would just push me harder. That's it. It would have just made me work hard if that's something that I really wanted. Like this wouldn't be something that would be like a letdown. It would be a pick-me-up. You know, it definitely would. You know, you don't always rise to the occasion, and that's okay. It just means practice makes perfect. You just keep going, you know, is what I would have did. But yeah, I am a little confused by Armon's energy right here because it did seem to change. And with him saying like, oh, he ate me, I just don't feel that way. I don't feel like Kai was trying to be disrespectful. I don't feel that way. He was honest.
Bro, I'm sorry.
It was good though.
I'm next.
I got kids. Well, that was for the clip, y'all. But guess what? We're about to go fucking viral, bitch. We're about to go viral.
So Armon said because he didn't get chose, it didn't mean that it still wouldn't go viral. And in most situations, things like this would. From what I gathered, this one just didn't. So when you type in Kai Cenat's university on Google or anywhere else, yeah, you don't see anything about Armon Wiggins. I was looking and I'm still looking. Let's go to page 2. All right. And we're scrolling and we're scrolling and we're scrolling and we're scrolling. And we're scrolling 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 and we're scrolling. Let's go to 3. Maybe it's 3. And then we started scrolling. So yeah, I feel like you're safe, but yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that. You're good. Okay. Now, of course, on YouTube, it's going to be viral. Yes. Shout out to YouTube. And on Twitter, I saw a couple posts, 2, 3. So yeah, you're good. So I feel like normally people are trying to go around and, you know, destroy him and use things like this, but it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't seem like people are attacking you for it because it would be everywhere. And it's not. So that's a good thing, right? I mean, I wouldn't want this to go viral. I wouldn't want it to go viral. And not because it's a bad look. It's just, it's kind of like the energy with Kai. I think a lot of people aren't feeling that energy like that Armon had with Kai. Yeah. And so people are talking about it 100%, like on YouTube, etc. I did hear that Cardi B insulted Armon about this situation as well. And I mean, that's between he and her. Yeah, I ain't gonna do me. Yeah, so you know, I heard that Cardi spoke of it, and you know, Cardi, she's any chance she gets to take a little jab, she's definitely gonna get her lick. And yeah, so I did watch Armon's live last night. I did watch his live, and again, once again, it was off-putting. You know, I was confused because it seems as if on one side, Armon wants to be at Streamer University. Okay. But on his live, he was saying a bunch of things that would make, if I was Kai, feel like I dodged a bullet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And let's get into why. So Armon post that it said that Cenat rejects 38-year-old YouTuber from Tribune University. That was on Twitter, I believe. So Armon puts a post up and says, "Looks like I should have been accepted. The people are very so much interested in Armon." And then he at Cenat, Streamer University, and Streamer University 2026 updates, right? So with him stating that, it gives us like, okay, so you do want to go to Streamer University? So you do want to go. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Now, I'm confused about him wanting to go to Streamer University because of the things that he was saying. So I listened to his live last night, and our mom was basically stating how people were like groping him and like SH actually harassing him, grabbing his, buttocks and grabbing his, peen, and all of that stuff. So it just sounds like he had a terrible time, like all of Cenat's people are just like a bunch of like gropers and harassers. Because if that was my event, I would definitely have felt some type of way with you saying that, because it makes it seem like, so I'm just hanging out with a bunch of people that just, grab her by the, see? Like I'm hanging out with a bunch of Republicans, hanging out with a bunch of Make America Great Agains. Because like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? So that I would not have appreciated that if I was Cenat. I would have been like, for real? Like, is this what we're doing? Like, so now, because that's what I would have said when I would have came in, when Kai would have came in and he said, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, so I was basically, oh man," like, I would have said something in, like, your people are very touchy. I was in line and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't say none of that. Okay, but when he was on his live, he was saying that. Okay, he went there. Okay, so that was very off-putting. I was thrown off by that. I'm like, what is the basis? And then he said that other people witnessed it, that other people saw people grab his, parts, front and back parts. And he said he got witnesses. Because the people saw it, then that means there was a witness. Okay. He also was getting into the ageism thing, which I don't believe, again, that that's what Kai meant. I just don't feel that way. I don't feel that Kai was trying to shame Armon for his age. And then Armon was also stating that because he was speaking of like how it's never too late, and stuff like that. When you hit a certain age, sometimes people feel like, that their dreams and whatnot, whatever they wanted to pursue, it's behind them now because they missed their mark. It was a great conversation, like that, and it's a great thing to say to people. But I just don't think it applies with this situation. Okay, again, love Armon, but Armon was ill-prepared. I mean, if we're going to keep it real and call a thing a thing, call a spade, he wasn't even prepared. He has no experience streaming. None. He doesn't have anything with streaming set up. None. Like, I mean, the criteria, you don't even have the criteria to make it look like you were being like discriminated against because of your age. I was confused by that. I'm like, huh? If you're prepared, then okay, maybe it is an age thing. But you're not even prepared to state that you're being discriminated, because being prepared then and not being chose could definitely give age discrimination. But being ill prepared and not being chose, I don't think that has anything to do with how old you are. See what I'm saying? Your ducks weren't in a row. If your ducks are in a row, then cool. That's a whole different conversation. But I just don't feel like it's about age. Because again, it's not like Armon walked in there looking like a relic. You know? Because who cares how old you are if you look good? You know, Armon looks good. So who cares? You know, I just don't feel like it was an age thing. And another thing that I think that Kai was kind of taken aback by is that you did kind of walk in there like you had it in the bag. You know, you walked in there like a selected, not a could be chosen. And I think that energy was kind of made Kai a little bit standoffish, because I think that Kai is looking for, you know, like a burst of good and positive energy, you know, and a lot of young people have that, you know, the spunky. And I think that's, you know, like what, because that is easy for streaming. You know, you got somebody that's bright, easy to talk to, easy to listen to, easy on the eyes. That's going to help with streaming, especially not really having a name for yourself, you know, in that area. So I do feel like you did kind of come in like you had it in the bag, you know, like this is just like, you know what I'm saying? You came in just like, oh, let's get this over with. You know, like, it's kind of like, you know, even when he was speaking to you, you were kind of just like, okay. Like it's given like, this isn't really something that you're hungry for. You know, it's give this something to do versus to, I really want this. You know, it didn't give that. That was not the energy. It gave like a pit stop, like you and Kai were old friends, you know, and whatnot. And Kai didn't seem to know you because Kai asked you what your channel name was, you know, and all that stuff. But it kind of gave like when you first came in, like y'all had just spoke or something. You know, that was kind of like what it gave, because you kind of like even gave that impression, like when I told you. But what I think is Armon was speaking from the application that he put in, because you put applications in for the university as well. So I think that's what Armon was referring to. I'm not sure, but it did give like you knew him. Like this is an old acquaintance, not an old friend, but like an old acquaintance. You know, like somebody you like first name basis, you know, and it wasn't bad, you know. So I do think that was a little off-putting too, about it. So I was kind of given the impression as like, you're bigger than it. You're bigger than it. That was kind of like the energy that it was giving. It wasn't given like, I'm super excited. You know, I have this plan for myself. I want to I just need your assistance with this part, but I got you. It gave inexperience, you know, all of that with it. Like it gave like, I've seen people do it. I've done this, so I can do that too. That's what it gave. And it gives somebody that, because for you not to have much experience in it, that's not how you were acting. See what I'm saying? So because you have experience being on YouTube, it's not having any experience streaming. It's not the same thing, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like you were overly confident is how I kind of feel like Kai was looking at it. Like, you're too confident to be ill-prepared. You confident like you've been streaming for the last 7-8 years. Because they're not the same thing. Because if they were the same thing, then why would Kai say what he said about blogging versus streaming? And I don't think he was saying like blogging is like over with, or, you know, that gossip stuff ain't gonna last long. No, I think what he's saying is streaming is newer. So streaming has a longer shelf life than blogging, because everything evolves. Okay. We all start doing one thing, into another. Like a lot of people were on like blog talk radio and all of that stuff. And then YouTube came out and then people drifted over here to YouTube and then started drifting from YouTube to TikTok, from TikTok to Twitch, from Twitch to, you see what I'm saying? Like everything is an evolution. Everything evolves. Okay. So blogging is evolving into streaming. They're starting to merge. Like cable television started to do with blogging and whatnot as well. News and whatnot. Same thing. Like they all started to merge to where one is going to beat the other eventually. One is going to dominate, I should say. And as of right now, apps, etc., have dominated cable, right? Apps have beat cable. Cell phones beat home phones. See what I'm saying? Evolution. Evolution. Everything evolves. So now streaming blogging is evolving into streaming. So eventually there's going to be a lot of people, which already are, leaving blogging, going into streaming. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So with it being an evolution, with it turning into something else, streaming has a longer shelf life right now than blogging. Blogging is becoming more so of a thing of the past. This is why people having to switch it up and evolve. You can't just stay the same. Like, of course, we will all want to stay the same forever if we could. And people fear change the most because they don't know what to expect. Not that they fear the change itself, fearing if they're going to be successful within said change. While a lot of people will work at a job for years and years and years and years and years and be afraid to become a manager or, something like that because it's change. I'm good at doing this. I don't know if I'm going to be good at that. So since I don't know, I'd rather just stay comfortable and stay right here. So a lot of people do that. They settle. And I feel like that's what Kai's saying. Like, don't settle in that when it's evolving and turning into something else. So it's like, get into this world too. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Put them over here in this basket too. And then eventually, all your eggs might be over here because you ain't gonna be really profiting from those eggs no more because everything is evolving. Okay, so I feel like that is what Kai was saying. Again, he had a short amount of time, so I just don't feel like he was saying it to be rude or take a dig at Armon. Like I just don't feel that way. I just feel like he's being honest, and that is honest. It's just like telling somebody, like on MTV a year or two ago, about 2-3 years ago, like, hey, if y'all don't change it up, or if y'all don't do this and y'all don't do that, y'all gonna get left behind. Because YouTube Music and all these streaming platforms and music and videos and stuff now, they're going to throw y'all out the park. And then a lot of the reality shows like Zeus, Now That's TV, and so many other apps, they're taking over. They're taking over. So you better get with it or get lost. So y'all think doing the Jersey Shore and stuff like that going to save your network? It's not. When there are shows that are much bigger and they're on the internet. They're on the internet. So it's like, step your game up. And now look at MTV, it's gone. So it's going to be the same thing with blogging. If we don't evolve and keep up with the Joneses, then we'll fall behind, and then we'll get left behind because they're not going to let us catch up. So it's either get with it or get lost, that it's cutthroat. So that's all Kai was doing. He was being cutthroat because that's how it is. He was just keeping it real. That's why I said I would have appreciated it. And I would have, drank it in and kind of took time to decipher it instead of like Armon being kind of like hot-headed and kind of still like low-key upset about what just happened and then going live and going home and going live. I just feel like you should let it register. Like you should listen to it a couple more times and take more from it, before you're just like, he's discriminating against me. Another thing with Armon, throughout his live, he stated that he feels that a lot of people take opportunities. That's why he doesn't audition and stuff as much for things like that, because he feels that people take their chances to take shots and digs at him So I I was wondering who he was talking about. I'm like, is he talking about like other YouTubers? Because Kai don't know you. He don't. He asked you your name, he even asked you how to spell it, etc. You know, and to, you know, and then he found it. Because he about to ask you how to spell it. If you pay attention to what he's about to say, he was like, "Ha!" Then he was about to say, "How to spell it." So were you talking about like YouTubers, like bloggers? Oh, Milagro. Oh, well, I mean, they take shots at each other. So I mean, anytime something happens with her, he, I mean, if he has an opportunity to get his lick back, he takes it. So I would expect Milagro to do the same thing. You know, when she get her chance to get her lick back, she gonna take it. So, no one asked him to apply. No, I mean, I agree, but I still think it was a good idea. I just think how it was executed wasn't the greatest. I don't think that was the greatest way of executing it. And what I mean by that is, it just could have been handled differently. That's all. You know, I wouldn't have been worried about how old I am, and stuff like that. That because there isn't a age criteria, it would be on the application. It's not. So that's why I feel like that's the last worry. So I don't understand why that's being made into like a thing. Because Armon can do whatever he wants to do. He can do whatever he wants to do. And I feel like if he was more prepared, then yeah, I feel that Kai would have said yes. I don't think Kai would have said no. I just think he was ill-prepared. And you can't base what a person's going to do streaming off of a person blogging and gossiping about other celebrities and whatnot. You can't base what they're going to be as a streamer. And you have to think about how Kai and his people stream. That's the type of energy they're looking for. It is. And Armon comparing Wendy Williams, The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne, and, you know, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and people like that. I don't understand how that correlates to streaming. All of those people were in radio first. People on radio stations, radio broadcasters, make great podcasters. It's right up their alley. So I'm like, why do he keep bringing up like radio people? Because that's radio. Like that's not, you're not bringing up anybody that's a successful streamer. Like Wendy Williams is not a streamer. Charlamagne is not a streamer. Angela, Angie Martinez, none of those are streamers. Those are all radio personalities. Some of them got talk shows, etc., and some didn't. But you know, I'm confused by that. Like, why they're all in radio? Wendy Williams getting a syndication deal, etc. Similar to the same one. Shout out to Tasha K. Congratulations again, Tasha K. That has nothing to do with streaming. Like Tasha's deal is not about streaming. You know, I don't know. I was like, what does that mean? Because this isn't that. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You know, those people were successful in radio, not streaming. Charlamagne ain't on Twitch, like, or Kick. Like, he's not any of those places. The streaming deal that he has with Netflix is podcasting. It's a podcasting deal, not a streaming deal. It's not the same. So I'm just like, why are we talking about this? I was confused. And then he was kind of giving like an energy to Kai, like he don't like him. And it's just like, I don't feel that that's smart, because I don't think Kai dislikes Armon. I don't think that. And now that y'all done laid eyes on each other and whatnot, who knows what the future holds? You know, maybe he will have an idea in the future and like, oh, you know, remember that one dude? We should go get him. You know, but if you hear a lot of these negative things, you know, why would he, you know? And then also look at the people that were auditioning. Let's get into that because there were some pretty big figures auditioning. So Keith Lee, he said that he wouldn't, Jaylen Brown, who he played for the Celtics, Jaylen. I'm like, wow, these are some pretty big figures, that are coming to be a part of this camp. So it's like, if you're going there competing with people like that, I mean, those are some pretty heavyweights, those are, So yeah, I think that everybody is used to Armon blogging. I don't think anyone is used to seeing Armon stream. So I think if Armon streamed, then yeah, I feel like Kai and anybody else would take him seriously then, because then it was something, if they would have something to compare. But YouTube, unless your YouTube was you streaming, because there are plenty of YouTubers that stream that, and they do it simultaneously through other stuff as well. But yeah, so I think Armon does want to be a part of it. I think he does want to go to streaming university. I don't feel that he's adding Kai Cenat in streaming university. Again, I will feel like I dodged the bullet if I was Kai Cenat, because this is not what his streaming university is about. Things Kai Cenat rejects 38-year-old YouTuber from streaming university. And, Armon says, looks like I should have been accepted. The people are very much so much interested in Armon. This is drama. This is drama. And if you're already over there talking about while you were in line, certain things happening to you, could you imagine the type of things you would have been saying if he would actually let you through and you still didn't make it, or they decided to drop you? So what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, if Kai Cenat probably feels like he dodged a bullet, because this is the opposite of what they do. It's supposed to be about the streaming university, not about who's getting rejected and who's going through it like that. It's not about that. And then you're adding them as if you still want to be a part of it, but you're adding them to let them know that you're already causing a ruckus. See what I'm saying? It's like these two things don't go together. Streaming is not about drama. It's not about gossip. It's not about who can become viral off of. That's not what it's about. Again, if I was Kai, hearing your live that you did yesterday and then seeing things like this will make me feel like I dodged the bullet. Will make me feel like, okay, I'm glad, because I don't have time for all of that. I'm not, this is not what I'm doing. I'm putting a group of people together, and whatnot. And it was just a matter of time before certain parts of Armon's history will pop up, because from what I gather, Armon doesn't do the greatest in groups. I do feel like Fox Soul was a group effort. I don't feel like Armon did that on his own. No, Claudia Jordan. I really don't feel like Armon did that alone. I don't. But it's not a good reference with how it ended, because a lot of people blame Armon. The majority is going to say that it's Armon's fault, or because of his roast, or because of right? But his name's going to come up in there some way, shape, or form. And being at the streaming university, you're going to have to work in groups. And already hearing that you're a blogger that gossips and seeing this energy right here too, I would feel like I dodged a bullet. I would feel like, okay, cool. I would feel like God work in mysterious ways, because this isn't what it's about. Not at all. It's not about making it And it didn't have to be like this because I feel like Armon is making it worse. When it's just like, it's okay. Like you went and auditioned, it didn't work out. Who the cares? Like that don't make him a loser. He's still a successful YouTuber. He says he has a show over there on Tubi and whatnot. He said he in magazines and stuff like that. It sounds like you're doing great. Like you don't need that. Like it's okay. Like who gives a shit? I mean, you still over here doing your thing. You still want to be reckoned with over here on YouTube. You know, you are one of the, the Black sector blogging greats. You are one of those people. So, I mean, who cares? Like, I mean, it's how I look at it. It's not embarrassing. It's really nothing for him to be embarrassed about. He doesn't need to blame it on age because he's not old. And not only that, you damn sure don't look it. So, I mean, who cares? I just don't look at it as like a bad thing. I just look at it as a dust yourself off and move right along. That's it. This ain't gonna make or break you. Like it's not at all. And don't let it. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't make it worse. Like meaning I already feel like this is a moment that Armon is slightly embarrassed about. I don't think he's fully embarrassed, but I do think he's slightly embarrassed about it. I mean, who wouldn't be? So I would be slightly embarrassed. I got up there on Tasha K's show and to do a comedy slot girl, and I was so drunk. When I tell you I was lit, and Tasha gave us bottle service, and Tip West didn't take none of those bottles away from me, and I'm a girl, like she should have. Okay? I was up there, lit. Okay? Wasn't my finest hour. Wasn't my finest performance. But guess what? I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Because I learned so much. Because it was my first time. I was a newborn, up there on the stage, So, but I stayed up there. I stayed up there my whole little 10-minute set, grab. I did not cower. I did not run. But I was trashed. I was trashed. Okay? But oh well. Okay? I own it. I own it. And I will get up there and I will do it again. I absolutely will. Because one, it was fun. Two, so scary. Okay? Doing it on YouTube and doing it like in front of people. Whole nother world. I take my hat off to comedians and anybody that gets on the stage and does anything, because it is no easy task. But it is fun. Like, and I want to do it again. Like, I'm just like super excited. I'm like, I gotta do this again. Next time, just less drunk, hold the liquor, hold the liquor, and the edibles. Okay? No edibles and no liquor. Okay? But that just makes me want to do it again. It just makes me want to strive harder, to become it, because I know I can do it. Like, it's in me. It's definitely in me. I just have to find me. And I think that that's what Kai was telling Armon. Well, it's in you. You just got to find it. And you can't show me it right now. So what are we talking about? Like, because if it's 50-50, Armon can say that he would be a great streamer, right? But what if he doesn't turn out to be one? And then Kai chooses him over somebody that is better suited. See what I'm saying? So he needs to see that potential prior to him choosing you, instead of him choosing you and you're a dud. But he won't know that. If this was about more so blogging, then yeah, you'll be a shoo-in. You'll be like, oh yeah, send him through. But I think age does matter. I think that does. But I don't think it was like why you didn't get chose. I don't feel that way, because I feel like if you came in there, ducks in a row, all of that, who cares? Yeah, you're 38, but okay, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I think it was the energy, all of that coming in, I don't feel like everybody that came in there was streaming or live and whatnot. That's what I'm saying. Like it was a little like overly confident, coming in there. I wouldn't have been live or anything like that. He would have had my full attention, coming in. And I think that a lot of that energy that you had kind of threw Kai off, to where he was kind of like, the more he saw, the less interested he became. is how I feel. I don't feel like age was a factor, but I do think age matters. I do, with streaming. Because I mean, would y'all go into a job interview on your phone? I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't go into an interview on live. I wouldn't do that. I would just go in. I would just want them to know that they have my undivided attention. Now, would I have asked Kai for a picture? Yes. Give me take a picture real quick, because you know I'm saying, like, definitely. But oh well, I definitely would have asked him for a picture. Okay, but I wouldn't have went in live. I would not have done that. And I understand Armon asked the man outside before he went in, if he should turn it off, and he told him no. Why would he care? Like, why would he care if you ruin your chances or not? Like, he don't give a shit. You know, they didn't say that you couldn't do it. So hey, yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's how you want to go in there. That's up to you. You know, it's how I feel. Hi, Tay baby, hi boo. I feel like that's how he was taking it. You know, the man outside. Because Armon did ask. He did. He was like, hey, should I shut this off? And he said, no. You want it on? Go ahead. I would say the same thing. They didn't say nothing about no phones, no lives, no, they didn't say nothing about that. So I would say the same thing. Now, if he was asking me my advice, I would say I would turn the phone off. I'm like, I wouldn't go in there with my phone on. If anything, I would have just left my phone like my pocket, live. But it wouldn't have been visible. It wouldn't have been visible. Because that's not what it's about. So that's what I'm saying. It's like an energy coming in. You coming in live, but saying, oh, let me set this up. Let me set this. It's like, girl, can you hurry up, please? I will be next. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm set up. Next. Like that. You ain't ready. You're not ready. Go ahead. Go. Like that's how. So Kai is way more polite than I am. Okay, because I would have been like, you're doing too much. You know that's just how I would have felt. Because I want your undivided attention. You coming in and whatnot. Okay, let's do it. Let's get. You know what I'm saying. And then Kai even said that. You know, Kai's like, let's get to it. You know, like you know what I'm saying. What's that? You know, there's a lot of people out there. You know, we're trying to get to them all as many as we can. You know, so show me what you got. You have a short amount of time. Like back in the day when I was on when I went to American Idol auditions. Oh my God, because I'm amazing. So I went to the American Idol auditions, and I was wonderful. Okay, I sang a John Legend song. I'm great. It went over well. Okay, the judges loved me. I was amazing because you got to go through these pre-judges before you go to and Paula and that wasn't even there. Okay. They a whole different like situation than what American Idol really like shows you. It's like 3 auditions before you even get to, you know, the big ones. Okay. And then sometimes they come the next day. They're not even there. So it's like they're getting a bunch of the competition ready. That's how they get to go to people's homes and like, or their jobs and stuff like what American Idol would do, like behind the scenes of the people that were auditioning. That's how, because they weren't there. So they needed something to do. So the people that they would choose, they would sign waivers and whatnot if you wanted to, depending on how interesting your life was. And they would do like little backstories on you know, on American Idol. So they wanted to do a backstory on me, girl. I was like, oh my God, yes. So they wanted to do a backstory on me. So I was supposed to go to the right as we came out, okay? After I had got chosen, I literally had got chosen to go to the next rounds, right? So I was so excited, I went to go look for my kid's mom and went left. Once you go left, you go outside of the building. So in order to get back in, you got to go all the way back around and get back in line, okay? So by this point, to where I get in line and go try to get back to go in front of the building, the lines are closed. So my kid's mom is sitting inside of the American Idol auditions, and I'm outside. And she has no idea. and only she had a cell phone at the time. Are you kidding me? So I had to wait like an hour for her to notice. And then she finally hit my side. I was like, took you in long enough. We argued all the way home. we argued all the way home. all the way to the house. I was so mad. I went the wrong way. All I had to do was go the other way. The other way was the door, and you literally were outside. There's no way of getting back in. No way. Like, exit only. So I'm like, oh my God. So you know me, I left my purse in there. You know, I'm beating on it. Beating on it. Girl, I was upset. And then I had told to do when I had the wrong thing. I'm like, I basically like won. Okay? I was supposed to be going to the next thing. He felt so bad. He wanted to help me so bad, but he couldn't. He's like, I'm sorry, there's something I can do. I was like, whose do I have to suck? Very mad. I was very upset. I was. But it was my fault. Like, I went the wrong way. But correct. I was a little piece. I would have gave Jennifer a run for her money because it was her seat. So, excuse me screaming for Hudson. I deserve. But oh well, you know, that is what it is. But now you guys have me. Hi, Lady Letitia. I love you, sweetie. Mwah. I love you, Lady Letitia. Hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. Y'all get up there and subscribe to my girl, Lady Letitia. We love her. Hey, girl, hey, girl. Hi, girl. Love you, girl. Oh, I got super stickers. Oh my God, why can't you tell me? Don't make me a bad person. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you. I love you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Shout out to I Am Dela. Dela said, hey, Sean, hi, boo. Says, I miss you too. I miss you too. We live every day this week. So you didn't gotta worry about it. Y'all gotta miss me. Miss me no more. Miss me no more. Shout out to my baby, Lady Letitia. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, love. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Lady Letitia. Hi, boo. Y'all get up there and subscribe to my girl. I love her. Okay, she's amazing. You'll love her just as much as me. Yes. So. He said, Sean, your take on Armon and Kai was spot on. I just, you know what I'm saying? I listened. Thank you so much for your comment, sweetie. I just listened. I listened to Armon. I want to listen to Kai. And then I listened again before I went live, you know, just to make sure, because I feel like, that's why I feel like Armon should do the same thing. You know, just kind of like listen to it a few more times. And look at it from different perspectives. You know, don't look at it from a perspective of you feel somebody's trying to attack you. Because I do think that Armon has that kind of bad. I feel like he feels like everybody is after him. You know, everybody is jealous of him. Not everybody is like that. I couldn't be happier for Armon. Like, I couldn't be happier for him. Shout out to him and all of his accolades. But I do feel like Armon is the type of person that needs to keep it even. If you want people to talk about what you have going on besides when you do something like this, then you need to talk about other people and what they have going on as well. It cannot be one-sided. It cannot be we be over here making noise doing what we're doing, and you don't feel like that's relevant or, you know, it has any importance. But then when you do something, it's like God walked on water again. It's like Jesus being resurrected. We all need to look. Like, it's just like, yeah, no. Congratulations. And it's just that simple. You know, after that, I've had plenty of accolades that nobody has mentioned and me no care. Because I'm not looking for validation. I don't care. Like, literally, I just don't care. I'm validated by the people that I love and respect that are in my actuality. I could care less about what people on social media think. It don't rock me, move me, shake me. It doesn't keep me up at night. It doesn't do any of those things. And I'm not saying that it does that for other people, but at the same time, I do feel like we need to keep it even. You know, we need to talk about everybody's accomplishments. You know, not just some people, because he does say that in our lives often. And I just feel like it's not like that. I know it's not like that with me. You know, I can't speak for other people. You know, I be busy myself and I'll be having a lot of stuff going on. Just because I'm not talking about it doesn't mean that, one, I don't congratulate you. And two, I don't see everything. You know, like literally. You know, and I feel like Armon kind of has that perception at times that no matter what he does, we all see. We all know. No, we don't. Sometimes just like him, we mind in our business. We're focused on the things, you know what I'm saying? And as y'all seen, I've been very busy. So if he's had anything going on, no one believed that I've just been focused on me. I've just been focused on me. I mean, everybody else gets to, you know, so why don't I, you know? So yeah, but I'm extremely proud of Armon. Shout out to him. Congratulations for all of the things you've been doing. I didn't know he had a show on Tubi. I just heard of it yesterday. I was yesterday's old when I heard about it, but I'm definitely going to go check it out. Shout out to him. Congratulations. That is amazing. Keep doing your thing. Your magazines and all this stuff. That's great. You know, I have no dog in the fight. Like I just have no issue with people, you know? And I'm not out to get him. Like I want to clap for you in the background, you know? I just keep my distance from certain people because I don't want them to think that I'm clout chasing or trying to use them to get to the next level or anything like that. I'm not like that at all, but I will definitely give you your flowers. Like I've always given him his flowers, you know, when he did the whole Kanye thing, when he met him, I was one of the first people to go live and like, oh my God, Armon is with Kanye, you know? So, I mean, I've done that. I've plenty of times, you know, etc. So again, I have no issue with Armon Wiggins at all whatsoever. Congratulations on all of your endeavors, and I wish the best for you. I just hope you keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Because for what's for Armon does not stop anything that's for Sean, okay? We're in two different lanes. We don't have to worry about derailing. There is no derailing. So there's nothing for me to feel any type of way about, and I don't feel like there's anything for him to feel any type of way about, okay? It's that simple. I do not badmouth Armon on camera or off camera. I don't do any of that. Okay. I'm very proud of him. Just like I'm proud of everybody else. You know, everybody, you know, that's doing their thing on YouTube. Shout out to all of you. Like all of y'all. You know, I don't want anything bad for anybody. Like that's never been me. Like I always focus on what I have going on, focus on my audience, and focus on my crew, my day one. You know, that's what I'll be focused on. I'm not worried about what other content creators have going on, but when they do have positive things going on, congratulations. You know, I couldn't be happier, you know, for, you know, I just don't understand why it has to be like static, you know, like when there doesn't need to be. There doesn't need to be. I'm all for working with other people, all this, like I'm all for it, you know. It just depends on what the energy is and why we're getting together. You know, but other than that, it's like I don't have no heat for anybody that I've been cool with. There's no smoke. You know, it's just none of that. You know, I just feel like all of that stuff was so long ago, and we just gotta let it go. You know, I'm letting it go. You know, like the energy with Tasha K and I couldn't be happier that Tasha K and I are good. Like I love Tasha K. I love everything she has going on. I'm extremely proud of her. It's not to spite anyone. I'm not hanging with Tasha to spite anyone. When I started hanging with Tasha, I wasn't thinking about nobody but Sean. That's it. That's it. I wasn't thinking about nobody else because I don't care. So I literally don't care. I'm not cool with anybody based off of what beefs and stuff. I don't care. Like I literally don't. That's between you and that person. Just like my beef is between me and that person, you know. So people trying to say that they're static with myself and Armon because of me and Tasha, I think that that's weird because Armon started being cool with Stormisha before me, okay? Before Tasha and I ever said a word to each other, Armon was cool with Storm. They was doing shows together, all of that. I never gave Armon any smoke because my issue with Storm is my issue with Storm. That don't have nothing to do with Armon, okay? Armon's issue with Storm and the issue that Armon and that they have with each other, Armon and Storm, that was between them. So if they decided to bury the hatchet and whatnot, good for them. That doesn't have anything to do with me. Nothing. Nothing at all. So if Tasha and I bury the hatchet, what does that have to do with anybody else? Like what? And Tasha and I took baby steps. Like we wasn't just boom. No, it took a while, but we built and established our relationship over time. You know, so, and it's a great one, and I'm going to keep it. I don't care how anybody feels about it at all. You can miss me with that. I don't even want to hear it. And if you got a problem with it, oh well. Like, nothing will change unless Tasha and I change it. That'll be it. Tasha is the only person that can make me not want to have anything to do with her. And she has been a saint. So, like, it just is what it is. So I really don't care at all. I'm not even going to entertain that with a conversation. I don't care. If that's what it is, it's just going to be that. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't care. So, because I didn't care. So I'm a firm believer in keeping the same energy. I care nothing about Storm and Armon being cool. Still not to this day. I've thrown no shade to Armon about it. I've thrown no shade to Storm about it because that's fine. Like, if I'm not the reason y'all was beefing, so I mean, like, that's between y'all. You know, like, if y'all want to be cool, cool. Like, I don't care. You know, there's no sweat off my back. You know, cool. I hope it lasts. You know, that's all that's the most I've said. You know, I hope this isn't spiteful. I hope y'all actually really cool. You know, I hope y'all not doing this to piss other people off, because I wouldn't. Just like with Tasha. I'm cool with her because I want to be. I'm not being forced to. She don't have all my secrets and all this stuff. No, I genuinely love Tasha K. Like, I love her. Like, that is my girl, you know. And shout out to Tasha K. So that I don't care who don't like it. Why? Oh well. Like, so because it's genuine. Like, I'm genuinely cool with her. So yeah, that's it. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not doing none of that. That's just my girl. Like, you know, she's real cool. That's my girl. Okay, moving right along. So shout out to Cenat. Okay, shout out to Armon Wiggins. Hell, shout out to Storm. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to my boo Tasha K. You know, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Milagro and you know all the girls, sneaking all the girls. You know, all the girls. You know, shout out to all of y'all. I promise you, there is no smoke coming from over here. Okay, because as far as I'm concerned, they did nothing to me. So Armani did nothing to me. Storm ain't, you know, he ain't worried about me from what I gather. You know what I'm saying? Millie ain't worried about me. You know what I'm saying? So, there's no smoke at all. So shout out to all of the girls. Okay. And again, shout out to Armon. And shout out to Kai. You know, hopefully they work it out. Yeah, I mean, you never know. If Kai lets him in, that would be cool. But if not, I just feel like, let's not make it worse. You know, Armon, you know, just bust it down and let it go is what I would do. That would be my advice. You have so much potential to do so many other things, you know, just let it go. Let it go. So Chrisean, speaking of streaming, Chrisean has been out here streaming, y'all. Look at this baby foot. Look at Chrisean Jr.'s foot. Wow. Wow. Look at this baby foot. So I was looking into it, and we're going to get into that in the morning and to what it is. And I also have a few videos that I want to show you. But his club foot is so bad. And I also feel that it's shoes. Wow. Anyways, let's get into Corey. Shout out to Corey Lombardi. Y'all know I love Corey Lombardi. Okay. Play this video for you real quick.
I was battling with a medical condition for months. I had posted about it. I was jammed up in a medical bed. And I want to thank all those, you know, across the country and around the world, my brothers and others who prayed for me. And for a moment, my mind was, you know, when the doctors were telling me what this could be, you know, in your humanity, it can trigger worry and fear, and you start thinking about my home in order.
So this is the alleged therapy that she has Junior in, right? This is not therapy. Chrisean, this is made up. This is made up. You're just doing stuff at this point in time. How is handing him a ball therapy? How was that therapy? And what is really irritating, especially to your fans, Chrisean, is that this is a baby. My fault. This is a baby toy. Okay, this is a baby toy. Junior, hold on. Let me go to Corey's site. He is way too tall to be in those toys. Chrisean, that toy that you had him in is right there to the side of the playpen. Y'all see it? The blue thing? Or is it in the playpen? You see it on the side of it or inside? You see it? You see how tall he is compared to that? See that? See? But when he's actually inside of it, it's harder to notice because he's so frail. Because he's so frail. See that? This is what she has him in right here. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not the other video. Sorry. Right at the therapy. See the little blue thing in front of her? See, he's inside that right now. See, he's way too tall to be in there. But see, right now you can tell that he's too tall to be in it because he's so frail. So he's like inside of it, like, you know, on his back, you know, or on the side right now in it. So you can't tell that that's for like a baby, you know, like between 6 and 8 months, not about to be 3, you know. And this is no exaggeration because, again, as you see, you can't even see him right now. You can't even see him inside of it, right? But then if you look at him standing, well, she propped him up in the playpen, he's way too tall to be inside of that thing. Way too solid. That. Yeah, that is like a toy storage. Absolutely, Dorothy. I'm glad you pointed that out. That is for where you like kind of put like toys and stuff in and whatnot, not kids. Can y'all see how dire it is over there? Like he's not supposed to be inside of that. Now the playpen, yes, he is supposed to be. But the little blue child toy to the side or child storage bin, whatever you want to call it, he shouldn't be inside of there. You know, most parents have that like in the area that their kid is playing in, and they'll have them put their toys and stuff in there, or like blankets, things like that. Things like that. She puts him inside of there to confine him. It's to confine him. Mm-hmm. Correct. She doesn't. That's a laundry basket or a toy or for toys. I mean, it just depends on, you know, because like I said, we have things like that for our kids, but we had like all of their blankets and teddy bears, you know, and stuff like that will go inside of there. You know, like after naps and stuff like that, we will make them fold up their blankets and put them inside of, you know, something that's light like that, because it was really light, easy to just push over to the side and whatnot. And it was kind of like the height of a kid, or they were a little bit taller than us, so they could throw the things inside of it and whatnot. So it gives him no support. It's constricting. It's to confine him. That is why she puts him inside of there. That reason and that reason only is the only reason she puts him in there. Mm-hmm. Correct. No other reason. No other reason. So when she's slapping therapy on there, it's like, Chrisean, you know what really pissed me off about this 24-hour live that she did with Junior? Nobody pointed out the fact that he didn't eat. Nobody. Not even the people in the chat. So you're on camera for 24 hours, and not one point of those 24 hours did you feed him. Not one time. Not once. Not at all. And now Charlotte was there, her mother. So she in the comments was, oh, do I have it? Do I have it? Chrisean in the comments talking about her mom was changing Junior's diaper. She went in the comments said that after everyone noticed that it's like, girl, you ain't gonna change his diaper? You ain't gonna change his diaper? The sessionista says, so Charlotte done with her treatment. Charlotte got kicked out of treatment. Mm-hmm. Charlotte got kicked out of treatment. She got kicked out of treatment to go to Chrisean's fight against Cenat. She got booted. Okay. And she has not been back to treatment since because she can't. Now she can go to a different facility, but she can't go back to the treatment facility that she was at. And she's been kicked out, the majority of them in the area. In the area. She's been going to treatment on and off her whole life. Charlotte sober as all right, because you can't say you're sober, but you're drinking alcohol and stuff. You know, this is why the treatment facility kicked her out, because you're not supposed to be around any alcohol or anything. And no matter what you're in treatment for, you're still not supposed to be around anything that can cause you to relapse, etc. Okay, so alcohol is no exception. You're not supposed to be around alcohol. And I'm sure they would not have let her go to an event like that because they know that alcohol and etc. is going to be there. So we already know that they're pregnant. Yeah, she lied on Jaden and said that Jaden was pregnant. Too. He got 3 girls pregnant right now. I'm like, why would you say Jaden? We can clearly see Jaden's not pregnant. But I mean, hey, maybe she knows something we don't. But yeah, so I just feel like, is that a hamper? Yeah, Navy Beans. That's what it's given, boo. It's given like a clothing hamper for children, or a hamper for like toys, etc. So yeah, she got booted from the treatment facility. And when her and Chrisean and them recently, like maybe like 2 weeks ago, when they were out at brunch and whatnot, she was drinking, Charlotte. She was drinking. And so was Chrisean. And then like a month back almost now, Chrisean was caught with a wine glass in her hand and wine inside of it. And did y'all also notice too that Chrisean has not been back to church? Do y'all know why? Chrisean has not been to church in weeks. Do you know why she stopped going to the church? Girl. I might have to get y'all want that tea? Because that's a whole show. That we need at least an hour, because we got to break it down. I got to put up videos. I got to put up the messages from DMs, comments underneath certain people's posts. I would need like at least an hour, because it's a lot. I was being sent certain stuff, and I was like, girl, is this why she ain't going to the church? Girl, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Shut your mouth and keep on talking. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. We will. Hold on, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to make that. I had a whole different show plan for in the morning, but tell why Chrisean stopped going to church. We'll make that the whole show tomorrow. We'll make that the whole show, because well, not the whole show, because I still want to talk about some of the stuff that I already have, but please just a little. Oh, no problem. The pastor's wife. I'll give you one. You want a little piece? His wife. His wife Long story short, here's why. Got her right on the up out of there. She went to church every Sunday. She went to Bible study every Tuesday and Wednesday, choir rehearsal, and then she's just gone. Why? Why? Oh, we're going to get into that. We're going to break that all the way down. We're going to break that all the way down. Oh, shit. Okay. I have another show I'm about to do. We're about to get ready for Messy Monday. I will take a lot of time on that Cenat and Armon topic. We've been like 2 hours. I don't even feel like that. I feel like I've been live like an hour. It really don't feel like that. It really don't. I feel like, wow. Okay. But I have another show to do. Okay. So we're going to go to the lituation. Okay. I'm going to share it on my community wall. Y'all come over there and join us tonight for Messy Monday. I promise tomorrow tomorrow morning, when I go live in the morning, we will do the Chrisean tea on why she's not at church anymore. I promise. I'll give you the whole breakdown. I don't want to start telling y'all and then, you know what I'm saying? And I like to show y'all. Okay. I like to show you what I'm talking about. I don't like to just talk because anybody can just say it. Show us. Show me what you're talking about. Okay. What that word? What that word? So I want to show y'all. So I'm going to put them all in order, which I already have some of them in order. And then we'll go over it. Because y'all know, anytime I see something, I always like save it. And then I'll be like, y'all, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this, y'all? Y'all know we messy. Y'all know we messy, girl. You know we messy. And I will say this, a person that has done an interview recently about Chrisean within the last couple months that may have been an alleged churchgoer is also a reason why Chrisean doesn't go to church anymore either. She also has something to do with it. Okay, there was a lady from Chrisean's church. Y'all, if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. And she said a lot about the church, and it got back to the family. It got back to the family. About that's another thing that does play a part. It does play a part in why she does not go to church anymore. Okay. The one from jail. We'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. We will talk tomorrow. The plot will thicken. So be here. Okay? It will thicken. Some of it we may have to go on coffee with. But like overall, into the thick of it. So it's about to go there. It's definitely about to go there. Okay.
Hold on.
We're going to the lituation.
Holy Spirit.
You better do it, Lord.
Hold on. Okay. Shout out to my boo, Nia. Thank you so much for the cash out, sweetie. Mwah. Thank you so much. I love you, Nia. Thank you. And shout out to my baby, Almond Joy. Shout out to my baby, Almond Joy as well. Thank y'all so much for the cash out. Mwah. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love you, ladies. Thank you. I will see y'all on the lituation tonight, okay, with my friend. All right. I will see y'all tonight. We're going to share when we're going live. I'll share in about 5 minutes here when we're going to go for sure, okay? And I will see y'all. I can't wait. I will see y'all tomorrow morning for more Chrisean tea. Okay, we'll get into some more things as well. Until the next show, I love y'all. Bye.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit. Activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit. Activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit. Activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't